Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today once again with another update here in regards to crushing the best so-called meta arena defense right now in the game. So, if you guys have been progressing and obviously, working your way up the rankings for arena, the most common team that we've seen right now is the defense. I'll show you right here. It's a mixture here of Gladiator with Apocalypse, in addition to Gore, as well as Null, and as well Odin, kind of rounding out the mix there. Now, as you can see, 5.4 million defense here, but it's actually proven to be a very good defense because each and every one of these characters have passives and whatnot that benefit each other, and obviously having a huge tanking Gladiator has been the backbone for this, combined with some of these meta characters. Having said that, it is unfortunate, but it looks like Thanos endgame is basically out of this team. Mephisto is basically shut down as well with the way that Null's kit works. Having said that, in my past videos for the week, I've been experimenting with the different team dynamics in terms of what can shut this team down. And it does look like we have some gameplay here, but it seems from my personal experience anyways, guys, that we've tried variants of Shadow King. There's been some different astral characters that you can also slot in, but this, to be honest, the most consistent one has actually been the utilization of a mirror match. So I do have that gameplay for you guys. In addition, I do have other gameplay as well, just showcasing some other kind of battles. But I want to point this out too, guys. When you're going through these matches and you're selecting your opponents, the Mephisto matches are a lot easier than the non-Mephisto matches. Again, reason being is because Null shuts down Mephisto. So if you can go up against a Mephisto variant here, that's how you can easily climb your way up, because everyone still has some sort of Mephisto defense up, and that to me is just a free attack right there. So the team, again, guys, very exact same as the defense, which is going to be Odin. We're going to have him as a character for utilization. We're going to have Apocalypse. We're going to have Gore. Thankfully Gladiator still has actual value here, so this is him for myself. And then last but not least, we are also going to utilize the last member here being No. Obviously, that's the 5-person mix that we can use. So without further ado, guys, let's get into some gameplay and let me show you the overall attack order of how this arena team buries these defenses that we have been seeing. Okay, first matchup. Let's show an actual Mephisto matchup because I want to show you how much easier it is. So, instead of Gladiator here, when you are up against a Mephisto matchup, just do the mirror match. This has been the classic one that's worked for me. When you do have this kind of mixture here, it makes more sense to have Apocalypse in the middle, as he can soak up damage, and then we have to ensure that Mephisto and Odin on our side is going to be protected. Null is probably going to fall just because with him being a squishier character on our team until we have more stars of him. Okay, so when you start things off here, more likely oftentimes than not, if their Mephisto got a turn first, you usually would have a taunt or some sort on Odin. So in this case, it worked to us in our advantage. So we do actually have the taunt on the enemy Odin, so we can just go ahead and target him. I did make a mistake here. I should have actually used Apocalypse's ultimate first and then use a special, but it doesn't matter. Use a special there to apply the ability block on the enemy Odin, and this is really where you can start snowballing, because the moment you start controlling the enemy Odin, it's game over. Any kind of turn advantage you have against enemy Odin, we are going to now have the heal while they have to wait a turn to get that cleanse in, and then it's going to be smooth sailing. We also get the additional damage and HP from having Apocalypse on our team as well, so that's why it's been really refreshing to have Apocalypse now return back into this arena meta. If you guys did not use him before, as he got phased out with the Annihilator mixtures there, but now look at this, guys. Now we're just waiting for the enemies to take a turn, but it doesn't matter because Odin's going to use his passive attacks on our end, and now that he has the cleanse, and we're basically just waiting for the enemies to get their attacks through. But the moment their enemy Odin goes down, I mean, there's no question, it becomes a one-sided battle quite easily. And you can see this is why I love having any kind of the defense that we see with Mephisto, because it's basically a free win and you can take advantage of that. Now, let's pivot over real quick now to the meta defense that we've been seeing, and this has been the most common defense. And again, that would be the combination of some sort of Gladiator with Gore, as well as the meta that we have right now, which is Apocalypse, Null, and as well as Odin. So this is what's been working for me, guys. And again, it's RNG based. It's going to be back to a little bit on the luck side, but we're going to do a complete mirror match, basically the same placement. Make sure Apocalypse is next to your Gladiator, so that way he's going to soak up damage when the enemy does attack us. But essentially, you can't really do much in the beginning, but we do have the protection Gladiator, and you're basically at this point just trying to unleash all your ultimate abilities, doing as much damage as you can. And this is where maybe having a difference in levels, having a difference in gear is going to give you that advantage. But when you do finally get your Apocalypse turn, make sure you use his ultimate there. If you can, you know, nail the enemy gladiator below 50%, you might actually be able to get your special off. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same boat as me as seen here. We weren't able to do that, so we have to wait a bit, but we were able to actually get our Odin turn before the enemy. So just like that, my Odin just hit like a truck with his basic right there, the passive basic. And now we are basically just going through the motions here, right? So this has been what's worked for me. And keep in mind, I am punching up a team that I believe this enemy actually has about 400,000 or 500,000 more TCP than myself. So we are actually punching up, and we can actually easily mirror match. But I've had some matches where it's turned the other way for me as well. So this is seemingly the most consistent that I've had success with. But do let me know, guys. Maybe there's a team or variant that's worked better for you. But I've tried versions with Shadow King, I've mixed it up with Mephisto variants, but so far it seems like the mirror match that you see right here appears to be the most successful, guys. So that's really what I've been using to beat that defense, to climb again back in the top 10, back into claiming 500 power cores per day, because that's really been the strategy here to get through this meta defense. But yeah, this has been helpful for myself, guys. Let me know if it works for you. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.